So let us start with the very great session, 7 best large and mid-cap strategies. So before starting on the topic, so am I audible? Is it? Yes, thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you for the replies. Yeah. So 7 best large and mid-cap strategies. So can anybody tell me on the chat, they can write that what do you mean by strategies? Why strategies? Or what is the importance of strategies? Thank you, Ravindra ji. So I'm looking in the chat. So can anybody tell me? We have 209 people in the group. Okay. Kalpa Shahji is saying setup. Okay. Prevent losses. Plan to increase value and profitability. Okay. Strategy is the plan for profit to maximize return to earn more profit. Strategy is to plan setup. Plan effectively, increase value. I didn't got that. What do you mean by strategy? Okay, what you do while applying strategy? You create a portfolio, isn't it? What we create a portfolio. Okay, plan is these are meaning when we talk in stock market for large cap strategy or mid cap strategy, or that too fundamental in the context of fundamental. When we are talking like this, what does this mean? This mean that we need to create a portfolio. Creating portfolio to increase wealth. Exactly, that is the answer I was looking for. So strategy here, large cap and mid cap strategy means creating portfolio. So we will be discussing more on portfolios today, because strategy in stock market, strategy is directly mean we doesn't follow any single stock buying strategy. We follow a portfolio. So how much return on a portfolio will excite an investor? Should excite an investor. Can I get that number? How much return on investment should excite a customer? Or we can also take that in how many years 120% yearly, okay, 20 to 30%, Venkatesh ji, okay. Anybody else? 10%, 25%, 19%, 15%, okay, 10 times in 2 years, okay, 30%, 18% CAGR. So let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. We all know who is the greatest investor of all the decade, like in last 50, 60 years. He has been a great person investing. So we know the name Warren Buffett. Exactly. So he has created a strategy, or you can say a portfolio, that provide him 20 to 30% of CAGR. 30% of CAGR in bull market, and when markets are pretty bad, then also the CAGR stays at 25-20%. So when such a great person like Warren Buffett can only create 20-35% or 20-30%, how can we generate 120% in a year? So that is not realistic. The person who has written that, so you have to rethink. Okay, so you need to rethink. Now there are 3 categories in the market: large cap, mid cap, small cap. Do we all understand large cap, mid cap, small cap? Can I get a raise of hand or yes in the chat? Do we all understand? Okay, 12 people understand. Yes. Anybody who doesn't understand about large cap, mid cap, small cap? Okay, Vandan ji, Rahul ji doesn't understand large cap, mid cap. So we'll not go much detail. Sanjay ji, to make them to provide them clarity, let me give you a small definition of large cap. Large cap are large companies, top 100 companies of the country of India. Large cap can be considered as a top 100 companies, because those who doesn't understand about large cap, mid cap, small cap, even saying about market cap would be a difficult. These are the largest company of India, top 100 largest companies of India. Those who written no, can you please write on the chat that you understand this? The top 100 companies of India. Sanjay ji, those who said no, Avinash ji, those who does not understand large cap, mid cap, small cap, can you please write on the chat? Large cap means top 100 companies. Okay, so large cap are top 100 companies of country, value wise, ठीक है, जितना पैसे उनमें हैं, the value है उस कंपनी का, value wise they are the top 100 companies. So जो पहले top 100 companies होते हैं, they are regarded as large cap companies. Okay, from 101 to 250, like after that 100 company, next 150 companies are said as mid cap companies. Those who said that they doesn't understand, uh, those who said that doesn't understand large cap, they got it. So दो आज हम लोग बात करेंगे इंडिया के 250 कंपनीज के बारे में. So what we are going to discuss today, Avinash ji and Vandan ji, did you got that? We will be discussing on 250 companies of India. If so, these 250 companies, what do you think कि अगर इंडिया का 250 कंपनी, ये इंडिया के टॉप 250 कंपनीज है वैल्यू वाइज, रिच कंपनीज, वी कैन से रिच 250 रिच कंपनीज ऑन द वैल्यू वाइज, ठीक है, मार्केट में जिनका वैल्यू है 250. ओके, सो these 250 companies, what do you think? Each and every rich companies between in these 250 companies are great companies. Who believe this? That all of the 250 companies are great company. If I invest anywhere, I will make money. I want this understanding first. Sanjay ji saying yes, no, very good. No, I have more no's. Only heading is written on the slide. Yes, sir, we are discussing something. That is why heading is written. No, more no's. That means those people who said yes, let me clarify. It's not the thing. Let us start. So this is the thing which we will be discussing, because creating a portfolio, if you want to create a good portfolio of large and mid cap companies, what is our topic today? 7 best large and mid cap strategies for profit. Strategies means strategies for portfolio making. Okay, हम लोग portfolio बनाने के लिए जो strategies बनाएंगे, we will be discussing on that. So 7 best, we have some strategies portfolio created for you guys, which we have tested on artificial intelligence. So we'll be discussing that. Before that, what I wanted you to understand, that 250 companies. So we will be discussing what 250 companies, India's top richest 250 companies will be discussing today. Top 250 company, richest companies. Okay, as per the market capitalization, as per the price available. Okay, now first of all, disclaimer that this is an educational program. So if you take any kind of decision based on the studies or we did it, so that will be purely on your own discretion. So yeah, so what we discussed just now, we discussed that being a rich does not qualify for a good company. A company can be among 250 companies in India, but it doesn't make it a great company. It does not make it a good company. Okay, so this is a myth. Those who have written yes, those who have written no, they know this clearly, that they must have attended webinar earlier, or they have understood that no, being great, it doesn't mean rich. Being great means maintaining some parameters, which we'll be discussing in latter half. So stock market biggest myth is good product, reputed famous management, good stocks. We always believe that large cap stock, or we can also take mid cap in this, are all good. It's not like that, sir. In large cap, there are 100 companies. There are only 40 companies are great companies. Let me say this again. There are 100 companies in large cap, but there are only 40 companies. Those are great companies in large cap. If we invest in those not so great, or in that great, in this 100 companies, there are around 8 to 9 poor companies. We'll be discussing that also. 8 to 9 poor companies. if we invest by any chance or by any understanding that we always do, general investor do that only, that they invest in those 8 to 9 companies which has poor fundamental. They invest in those poor companies and start losing. So we have right now 332 people on Zoom right now. If you don't mind, let me show you first which are those poor companies in large cap. Okay, so I have ready market capitalization. Just a second. I have ready market capitalization. As I said you, I will be taking, so I have this market rank. So let us take top 100 companies of India. You can see the numbers over here. Out there are 1615 companies right now in India listed in NSE. Okay, out of which 100 companies, top 100 companies as per their richness, as per their value, we have taken this. Any confusion in this? Did we got this? Uh, till now, is it okay? I have taken out of 1615 company, I have taken top 100 companies as per their valuation, as per their value, as per their richness. You can say the top 100 richest companies in India. So here are top 100 richest companies in India. Now we have given score to every company. So score, maximum number of score is 22 and minimum can be -2 and 0, 4, 5, whatever. So what we have studied, after giving this score, we will be discussing on this score afterwards. First of all, let me tell you this. So any company which has score less than 10 or less than 9 are regarded as poor companies. So let me show you which are those poor companies. So let me take less than 9. So there are 10 companies which are a poor company. Now, how did we came to know about that? Whether they are poor or not? We follow 4 parameters, 4 strong parameters for checking the fundamentals of the company. I know it will not be easy for telling you this in 1 hour webinar. So I'll just give you in brief. We consider great company on basis of 4 major parameters, that is sales growth, EPS growth, ROE, return on equity greater than 15, and cash flow, free cash flow. If company has these 4 parameters, if you want anything detail in this 4 parameter, you can contact us. We'll be sharing most of the details how you can contact us in this meeting, in this webinar. So on the basis of these 4 parameters, which is a strong parameter, which is a very powerful parameter, okay, sales growth, profit growth or EPS growth you can take, EPS growth or profit growth you can say, and free cash flow and return on equity greater than 15, ROE greater than 15. So if we check these companies, there are 10 companies. By any chance, if you invest in these companies, you can have poor returns. So there are 10 poor companies whose average return in 5 years is 80%. Because market has risen so drastically, even these companies has given return, but they doesn't have good fundamental. There are 4 companies in large cap in this top poor companies which has given a negative return. If by any chance you guys have invested in these companies, then there's a chance that you can make loss even after 5 years of investment. Is it okay? Did you understand this? Yeah. So let me show you. See, everything, the game of stock market plays on probabilities. So this is the probability of poor companies. There is one person asking in the chat that even in this 10 companies, there are companies like 5 companies has done very well. They have risen a lot. Okay. So exactly, there had Adani's enterprise has given good return, but otherwise most of the stocks, or you can take Tata Steel, which has risen recently. Otherwise, there has been a non-performance mostly. So let us check. So this has given 80%. If you might have invested in these 10 companies as a portfolio, we would have got 80%. So these are 10 companies. So take better companies, the top companies as per the score. So I will take only top 10 companies as per the score. So these are top 10 companies as per the score. So earlier return was 80%. Let's check what is the return of this. The return is 192%. So the person who has asked, Utsav Mehta ji, so this is a difference when you invest. Sorry, there's 13 company. It has given 13 company. Just a second. Let me remove. Let me remove these three. So let us compare 10 on 10. Okay. So we saw that there were 10 companies in which has poor quality score. We call it as a quality business score. So companies with poor quality score has given 5-year return of 80%, while these companies has given 185% return. So this is a difference between a great stock and a poor stock. There was I'm getting one great quote in my mind, which says that says, if you invest in great companies, if you invest in good companies, you're surely going to make money. Okay, this is a kind of strategy which winners use. Okay, there will be a scenario where poor company will also do well in terms of price, but for a period of time they will not be consistent. Are we getting this? So to get a consistent return, to get a great return, we need to invest in good companies. Okay, so what is the definition of good companies? Only four points are definition of good companies: sales growth, EPS growth, return on equity greater than 15, and free cash flow, positive free cash flow. So this is a difference between a quality business and non-quality business. Okay, so we'll be discussing that. See, Aditya Raji, it happens. Aditya Raji is asking, Adani Green great return, why? See, this happens, sir, because there are different kind of investor. Some people are expecting Adani Green to do better in future, or they are speculating. This had happened with many a company which with a bad fundamental, they have given great returns. But what happened when there is fall in market due to any bad scenario or due to any bad reason, what happened? These stocks go down. Now let me show you these. So see what we have done. What is the fear of market? What is the fear of investor in the market? The fear of investor in the market is, what should we do in falling market? What will happen when market will fall? Okay, so what we have tested, that in falling market, if you invest in good fundamental strategies, good fundamental stocks, what will happen when index, we have taken when Nifty made low of 7,500 on 23rd March 2020. So we took this returns. So the index has the stocks has fallen 8%. The top quality stocks has fallen 8%, where an index fell 33%. So, and in mid cap, in large cap, 8%, 33%, where the poor companies, where index has fallen 33%, poor companies has fallen 25%. Okay, in mid cap, the good companies has fallen 15%, where index has fallen 38%, and poor companies, the low quality business score companies, fell 47%, where the index has fallen 38%. So with this study, with all this study, what we got, what was the understanding that we got? The quality business score is based on 4 parameters, which is sales growth, EPS growth, ROE, and free cash flow. So what we did, using these parameters and adding some more parameter to it, we brought some of these strategies. We created some of these strategies. Now somebody was asking about yeah. So Pratham ji, it's for you now. You wanted to understand about the meeting. Okay. So this is for you, Pratham ji, Pratham Agarwal. Okay. Okay. So what we did, then we started making strategies based on these fundamental parameters. So let me straight away go to, so did we understand what, so what are the key points that we take from discussion or from last discussion? First is, all 250 companies or all rich companies are not great companies. Okay, this is first point. If we invest in good quality companies, even in the in this, so there are only 50% companies or 40% companies that are great in top companies, in top 100, top 250 companies. Okay, so if we invest in them, if we invest in these 50-40% company, then what will happen? Our return will maximize. And if we invest in poor companies, depending on quality business score which we have given, so what will happen? Or the parameters, if there is no sales growth, if there is no EPS growth, if the cash flow is negative, and if return on equity is very low, then what will happen? These stocks will fall drastically. Okay, fall drastically and will not give good return in longer period of time. Okay, do anybody wants proof of this? Do you want proof of this? Yes, Rahulji, it's changing periodically. So you need to change your strategy quarterly after the quarterly results come. So do we want proof of it? So I have one great proof from directly from Mr. Warren Buffett in his own voice. So let me first show you his annual report where he write that what he looks while selecting a stock. So let us check first that. So anybody who will help me with the name of the company of Mr. Warren Buffett? Berkshire Hathaway. Okay. So we are going to his website, Berkshire Hathaway. So in Berkshire Hathaway, in his annual report, okay, he has written what is his acquisition criteria on page number 25. Those who want to check out his acquisition criteria on your system, they can do that. You just need to go to Berkshire Hathaway, click on annual report, click on 2017 annual report, because it has been written clearly in 2017 annual report. On page number 25, he has written this. So the third point, let us straight away jump to the third point. We'll be discussing first 1 and 2. So business earning good return on equity. So what he said, business earning good return on equity while employing little or no debt. Okay. So what he sees those companies, he invests in those companies. This is his acquisition criteria. And what the fun part of this page is what he writes. We can promise complete confidentiality and very fast answer, customarily within 5 minutes. We would like to make an acquisition in 5 to 20 billion range. So this is the kind of investment he can do, and that too in just 5 minutes. So friends, if he can make this kind of investment in just 5 minutes, we can also make a smaller amount, or we can, if we follow him, and because he is a great investor of all time. So if we can follow his strategies, uh, we can also grow our wealth. Is it true? Can we grow our wealth by understanding his principles? Okay, so what he did, so what he did uh, he took ROE. Okay, and then what he did, demonstrate what he says in second part is demonstrated consistent earning power. This mean that earning growth, that EPS growth, the company should be growing in EPS quarter on quarter, year on year. Okay, now the great people doesn't give their strategy so easily. Do we agree to this fact? Do we agree? Can we agree? Great people doesn't give, they can only give an outlook. They're okay, go in direction, uh, they may say go right, go left, but they will not say exactly you have to go right, and after 10 kilometer there is a situation, there is a you have to buy this, then you will be reaching this to your destination. They will not give you proper understanding. They will give you overall outlook. Why they do this? They want you to do your own research. Okay, now being a general investor, doing that can be a very tedious task. So what we offer to our clients, what we offer you all, is we create that strategy in our platform. By taking understanding of these great people, what we do, we create that strategy in our platform. Okay, so what happened, Warren Buffett said he looks at consistent earning power. He looks at great return on equities with little or no debt. And he said management is in place. That is mean there should be a management. If there is lack of management, if two brothers are fighting in a company, so these kind of company he is not going to buy. That should have simple business. He must have understand this business. Now, and next is large purchases. That means the pre-tax earning operating profit should be, or no part you can say, should be greater than $75 million. So these are his strategies. So out of this understanding, what we have created, so our website name is, friends, please write this name. Please, to connect us, please take the link of this website, valuestocks.in, because it is a key from where you can start your investment journey. Okay, so to grow your wealth in up to grow your wealth by 20 to 25% CAGR every year. Okay, please, sorry, I must give this to everyone. So I have given you link of our website. So if you want, you can check out right now. So this is the link, valuestocks.in. This is a website. This is also available on Android as an app and iOS. So if you are more comfortable on phone, then you can download this on app, Android and iOS. So whenever you are traveling, you can do your own research or you can study about the market. It's very easy and very powerful for understanding details. So for understanding details on this app, you need to book this one-to-one free trading session where you will be helped by, you have any query with regard to your stocks. If you must be holding 100 stock, 50 stocks, whatever number of stocks, you can just join this one-to-one webinar. If you click on this, then this page will open where you can write your name, email ID, mobile number, and these are some details, and you can schedule the date when you want to get training, and you can also select the time. So what will happen in very professional manner, what will they do, my colleague will do that, they will call you on Zoom and will take one-to-one session with you where you will be discussing about your stocks. Okay, so what should you do in that thing, that you should get a check of your portfolio. Okay, whether your portfolio is so powerful that can generate good return or not. Okay, this is the one thing you should do. This is the suggestion. You now it's up to you if you apply to this or not, because it's a great time to have a portfolio checkup. Okay, because markets are at a great price, so we can get rid of poor stocks from our portfolio. Okay, so that is one thing. Now what we have created some great strategies. So let us check for Warren Buffett strategies. Let us subscribe to, so there is an option which says subscribe to our recommended stock portfolios. If we click on this, and if we click on large and mid cap, so what will happen, there's a first strategy which comes is large and mid Warren Buffett strategy. Okay, there is a Warren Buffett strategy which has given a return of 111% last 5 years. This is an absolute return. Let me show you the CAGR. The CAGR return is 21%, 21.69%. Sorry, 21.69%. Okay, so let us go in detail of this strategy. So let me click this Warren Buffett, and if you go inside, so so as Warren Buffett has said, what he looks at, demonstrated consistent earning power. So what we did, we took annual EPS growth for 5% for last. The company should have grown 5% in EPS at least 4 times in last 5 years. Did we get this? Okay, and what we did, because he has written while employing little or no debt, and Warren Buffett is well known for his cash flow strategies. So what we have done, we have applied this free cash flow, that last 5 years the company should not have given any negative free cash flow. Okay, the company is so great that it has somehow managed to keep its cash flow as a positive cash flow. If it has done any negative cash flow in last 5 years, then it's a check. It's a check, and we remove that stock. The company should have. So friends, those who understand fundamental a bit, अगर आप कुछ भी fundamental समझते हैं, तो you must be understanding. आज तक आपके दिमाग में होगा कि अगर मैं 5 साल का EPS का ग्रोथ वाली कंपनी इन्वेस्ट करता हूं तो क्या होता, कैश फ्लो, if I would have invested in companies that have positive cash flow, free cash flow, if I would have invested in those companies, what would be on my return? So friend, this is the return, 111%. And return on equity, as he has said clearly, business earning good return on equity. So what we did, we have taken 15% as a return on equity while employing little or no debt. So what we have done, we have taken debt equity ratio less than 0.3. That means company has almost zero debt. Okay, so this is the kind of return you generate in last 5 years with a CAGR of 21.69%. This is the strategy for investor. Now see what is the return. So in 2015, when index has risen only 3%, now this is the power of the strategy, where index return is 31% and strategy has given you almost 4 times, 3.5 you can say, 3.4 times return. So friends, this is the power. What happened? We generally invest in poor companies. We generally invest in companies like there was IDBI, those 8-9 companies which I showed you in large and mid. So what happened? We invest in those companies thinking that okay, ये stock 50% गिरा हुआ है अपने all time high से. This is the kind of general investor have in mind. Even when I started with the stock market as a research analyst, what happened? I used to think like this only. कि अरे ये 50% गिरा हुआ है, 60% गिरा हुआ है, अब लेते हैं इसको, अब ये चलेगा. वहां से और 30% गिर जाता है. And अरे ये stocks तो दूसरे स्टॉक्स बहुत बढ़ चुके हैं, अच्छे स्टॉक सब बढ़ चुके हैं, और ये अब ये चलेगा ये. So these are kind of understanding or poor strategies you can say we put in a market. Markets किससे बनता है, प्राइस किससे बनती है? Can anybody tell me how are price determined in stock market? How can we define the how are price determined in market? Somebody said demand increase. No. Supply demand. No. Supply demand. I got one answer. I will be telling this answer afterward. Only one person replied correctly. Okay, Aditya Raj is okay. Okay. Company's net worth. Yes, no. Free float news. If that one point which because of which price is determined, price of a stock is nothing. It's a summation of the earning per share of a stock. Price is just a summation of earning per share of the stock. It's a so अगर कंपनी का अर्निंग ग्रो नहीं हो रहा है और कंपनी का स्टॉक बढ़ रहा है, स्टॉक प्राइस बढ़ रहा है, दैट इज अ मैनिपुलेशन. दुनिया में अच्छे लोग भी हैं, बुरे लोग भी हैं. तो टेम्परली क्या होता है, बुरे लोग कभी कभी they do these kind of speculation where they take stock prices up, which is not the right thing. Okay, they take stock prices up, they manipulate stock prices to trap general investor. We have 323 people right now. You must आप हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम लोग we start commenting on poor stock that are rising. तो उससे पहले मैं 323 लोगों से पूछूंगा. I will ask a small query from these 323 people. Have you ever felt, those who are investing in from last 3-4 years, have you felt that yes, we got trapped in this stock? Yeah. So why, if you are asking Yes Bank, if you are asking Arcom, so why this is, you got trapped because of your own poor understanding. What is that poor understanding? We did not reviewed our stocks earning quarterly. Those who have not get trapped, I think they are great. You guys are like great, but you should be like 3 years, 3 saal dijiye, then you will get to understand. Sarita ji is writing, she has never got trapped. So, ma'am, you need to give 3 years for the stock market. So, what happens to now? Now, what is the issue? What is the issue when you see earnings? When you go for checking earnings or profitability of the company, the issue is you don't have time. We are so busy with our regular work. Somebody is doing business, somebody is doing job, somebody is something else. So it's very difficult. And moreover, finance is not your field. So finance may not be your field. So what happened in this case, that you are left nowhere. So value stocks is a platform where we create good strategies for you. We test these strategies based on artificial intelligence. These are back tested, these are front tested. Okay, already people have invested in these strategies and they are gaining like anything. So let us check this. So 3% in 2015 there was 8 stock, okay, which has given 27% of return, where index return was only 3%. In 2016 the index return was 23% and the strategy has also given return of 23%, where index has given 9% return, it has given 40%, 5%, 4.5%, minus 9%, the strategy has given 16% return. Right now the index has given 26% return and our strategy has given 21% return. So if you click on this, you will also get to know what are the details of these companies. Okay, so this is how. So there was 8 stocks in which one was maximum loss was 3%. So what we did, there was a क्वेरी फ्रॉम अ क्लाइंट कि सर सब कुछ अच्छा है, आपने रिटर्न दिया हमें, बहुत अच्छी बात है कि यू हैव गिवन गुड रिटर्न्स, सो दीज आर क्लोज रिटर्न ईयर ऑन ईयर. नाउ व्हाट अबाउट if I would have taken your strategy during COVID, अगर मैं आपके इस strategy को, if I would have invested in Warren Buffett during COVID, so what would I have seen downside? Do you want to know? Anybody want to know what kind of drawdown was in during COVID? If you don't mind, people, we have around right now 300 plus people. So can I ask you, what was the drawdown you have seen in your own portfolio? Don't take me otherwise. Just a query. Then we will be disclosing what kind of drawdown this strategy has shown. Everybody must have their portfolio. Prem Saroff 50%. Okay, Sanjay ji was 15%, maybe great. 23%, 35%. Manish Taka 50%, 60% was down. Minus 50%. Oh my God. So these 70%, Rahul Rajji. Okay. So sir, you will be surprised to know that this strategy was down by only 18%. So we have taken drawdown. If you would have this strategy with you, if you would have invested in the strategy, you might have lost only 18% at any given point of time during COVID. And generally, when market stays in zigzag position also, this stock would have given you, this strategy would have given you maximum of 7.55% of drawdown in last 5 years. This is the history. This is the history of this strategy. So market ने कितना अप डाउन किया लास्ट 5 साल में? मैक्सिमम ड्रॉडाउन हुआ 7.5% का और 18% का ड्रॉडाउन हुआ ड्यूरिंग कोविड, जहां पे लोगों ने अभी यहाँ पे लिखा है 34%, 35%, 70%. Sir, this is the power of investing in a great understanding. Now, this understanding is not ours. This understanding is Warren Buffett's understanding. Now, if you want to challenge this understanding, then it's your choice. What we have done, we have not challenged him. We have taken his idea and has implemented on the data and have created a strategy, have created a return. So now, if say for example, right now in 5 years, the total return is 111%. If I do this 10, this is all artificial intelligence, my friend. This is a kind of magic show we are showing you. If we change the ROE to 10 and apply, you can see this return will automatically change. The return will come down to 89% and CAGR will become 17.33%. If we make it further down by 5%, the return will go further down by 4% and 85%. And if we make it 20, let's see what happens. It becomes 94%. So 15% is an optimum ROE. So this is what we have done. Okay, Warren Buffett has not set the number, which number will going to work, and moreover, he has taken those numbers on American stocks, on US stocks. So on Indian stock, what will properly work, we have checked that. So we have done what? We have taken an interpretation, we have taken an understanding, and then we have applied that to all 1600 stocks of all 250 stocks, because this is large and mid of India, top 250 companies in India, and we have got this kind of return. Similarly, we have few more strategies like this. Okay, let me show you that. So friends, please go to this valuestocks.in. There is a lot more in this. ठीक है नरेंद्र जी, मैं बोल रहा था कि हम लोगों ने क्या किया है, हम लोगों ने उनके नॉलेज को, उनके इंटरप्रिटेशन को स्टडी किया. ठीक है, it took us hours and hours. Okay, and then we formulated this idea और उसको हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे दिया. Now The next strategy is George and Wong. ठीक है, next strategy is George and Wong. What is this strategy all about? This is a sector strategy. ये सेक्टर की स्ट्रेटेजी है, ठीक है. अगर कोई सेक्टर अच्छी परफॉर्म कर रही है, नाउ यू नीड टू रिमेंबर, खाली प्राइस मूवमेंट पे नहीं. देखिए, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन, कैन एनीबडी टेल मी व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस व्हाइल यू ओनली इन्वेस्ट इन टेक्निकल स्ट्रेटजीज? टेक्निकली आप कोई स्टडी करते हैं और फिर इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, और फंडामेंटली आप कुछ स्टडी करते हैं और फिर इन्वेस्ट करते हैं. व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन बोथ? कैन एनीबडी टेल मी? What is the difference between investing only on technical, and what is the difference between studying fundamental and then investing? Technical is short term, okay. Long term growth, study of chart. Not getting that answer. Okay, I don't know whether this example will suit here or not, but I'm getting this example in my mind right now. Ki, what is better, to have a protection for your child, future protection, या समझ लीजिए medical insurance kind of thing for your child, or bringing him a costly car, which is more important? If you have both, it's great, but you have only costly car for your child or for yourself, even if you don't have medical insurance or kind of savings in your hand, और आपके पास खाली costly car है, तो what will happen? इंश्योरेंस होना जरूरी है ना. सिमिलरली टेक्निकल क्या करता है, ये कॉस्टली कार तो आपको पकड़ा देता है, बट इट डजंट प्रोवाइड यू प्रोटेक्शन. ठीक है, अभी क्या है, अगर एक्सीडेंट हुआ बाद में, ठीक है, देन you have to pay a huge bill. What fundamental does, if you invest in good fundamental company, what happens, ki what will fundamental stock do? It will safeguard you in falling market. Are you getting this? It will safeguard you in falling market. अगर मार्केट गिर रही है तो आपके स्टॉक्स कम गिरेंगे. तो ये फायदा है स्ट्रेटजीज में इन्वेस्ट करने का. खाली हम लोगों को कॉस्टली कार खरीदने से नहीं होगा. It's not about buying a high flyers. Those companies are going up. If you buy those companies, you might get 10, 20, 30% fast. You can get faster return like Adani Green and those 2-3 company, Tata Steel, which is right now going up. But what will happen when market will fall drastically? These stocks will fall faster. So what happened, जब आप अच्छी strategy में when you invest in good strategies, what happened, you make good return, a consistent return, okay, maybe not fast, but fast bhi hai. There's a myth that a good stock doesn't move fast. It's not like that. They also move fast. They could give good return. You need to have patience in mind and patience with your stocks. They give you good return compared to the poor companies, and they also provide you protection. Now, why then? Why people go to these poor companies? Because of the media channel. People will not promote, or they will not promote good companies. अच्छी कंपनियों को प्रमोशन बहुत कम मिलता है. That is the reason people invest mostly in poor companies. ठीक है. So what is the agenda of value stocks? The agenda of value stock is to promote good companies. My financial guru, mentor, and everything, Mr. Salesh Sharaf, he always suggests to invest in fundamentally good companies. ये हम लोग की मुहिम है कि we need investor to invest in fundamentally good companies. Are we clear on this? Okay, so let us go to another strategy. Okay. Okay, so now large and mid. Okay, we'll be discussing that on small case also. So how can you invest? Yeah. So there's a strategy which is a sectoral strategy, which was from a great person, George and Wong. So all, if you click on I, you can get to know who he is, what is his profile. So after studying his book, his paper, we have created this strategy. His paper name is 52-week high and momentum investing. So this is his strategy: debt to equity ratio, ROE, 52-week change. So if you want to know the details of these strategies, okay. So similarly, there are 7 strategies. His strategy has given 98% return in last 5 years. The drawdown was 31%, where index drawdown was 36%. Okay. So these are the kind of return it has created. Now let us check another strategy. This is based on sector. Whenever there's a sector change or there is a sector performance, then these strategies do very well. Like if you can see in large and mid, because most of the sectors are doing very well. So if you check in large and mid, which is the current strategy that is doing very well, is Georgian Wong already given 22% return after the declaration from the June. Okay. Then next, what we have for you, we have Philip Fisher. He's also a great investor. Then we have Pim Mem Wallet. He's from Rebeco, Canada Rebeco. We all know about Canada. You guys must heard about Canada Rebeco. So Rebeco is a foreign company. So he's an investor from there. So this strategy has the lowest drawdown in COVID. Okay, the return was 82% in last 5 years, and the drawdown was only 13%. So what is his strategy? His strategy looks at beta, dividend yield, return on equity, 12-month price performance, and this is the kind of return it creates. When index was down by 36%, its strategy was down by only 13%. So depending on your risk appetite, depending on your thing, you can decide which stock you want to invest in. So which strategy you want to invest in. Large and mid are the safest strategy. Why? Because in large cap, when you invest in large cap, the drawdown risk become low, and when you invest in mid cap, you get the growing company. Okay, so stable and growing, if they mix together, you make a good return on your investment. So what will happen when market will go down, because large cap are more stable, quality large cap are more stable, what will happen? Your stocks, the portfolio will not go down drastically. And when market will do well, large cap will continue to do good, and the growth will be given by mid cap. So in this way, with the combination of large and mid, you can create a great return. So we have around 7 strategies in large and mid. Okay. First is Warren Buffett, obviously. Then we have George and Wong, which is 98%. Then we have Philip Fisher. This is also a great strategy. Then we have Pim Mem Wallet. Then we have Wellesley Gray. Then we have Narsimhan Jagdish. So you guys can Google about these person: George and Wong, Philip Fisher, Pim Mem Wallet, Wellesley Gray, Narsimhan Jagdish. These are great investors. These are great strategists of fundamental analysis. So you can Google about them. Who are they? What is their history? Even if you don't do that, as I have given you the link, so you can just click on. Let me check Flip Fisher. So you can click on website and you can go in I. You will get to know who are they. And yeah, one more thing. In one of his meeting, Warren Buffett has said that he follow this book, Common Stocks with Uncommon Profit, which was written by Philip Fisher. So they are great person. Okay, just we don't know their name. We don't know their name, but they are great person. They are great investor. So we have taken idea of these people and invested and has created the strategy based on their principle, and have created good returns for the investors. So already there are many people who are getting benefited out of these strategies. So I would request you guys, those who have not registered yet, or those who are struggling with the profits, those who have lost 30% in market, please join us, come to us. You will buy these strategies, you will start making money when market will go up, you will lose less when market will go down. So take one-to-one training. Okay, take one-to-one training. Yes, Ajay ji, quarter results are very important. Okay, they are uploaded on our app whenever the strategy whenever the results come within 48 hours. Naveen ji is asking, which is your best flagship strategy which has given high return? See, if you talk about favorable return as well as risk, then yes, Warren Buffett is one. If you only want to go with the returns, then yes, there is a risk, because in COVID, we have one low P strategy, which is based on the understanding of a great investor, Indian investor, Mr. Sunil Singhania. We saw his video, we studied that. So it has given best return. The return are the return is 155%. Then we also have quarterly strategy, large cap quarterly strategies, which has given 172% return. So if you are return focused this year, large cap 100, and you can go for small cap low P. But during COVID, these stocks, these strategy will give you a little bit of panic kind of scenario. But otherwise, strategy drawdown in last 5 years is 7%, 7%. So there is not much. The COVID kind of scenario happens once in a year. The things are getting better. Things are getting on track. People are now started working. So we might not see this much of a poor return again. So yes, the large cap 100 we can think of. But for tomorrow, now what is best thing? Let me tell you first that. So my mentor, as I said you, he's a genius guy, Mr. Saleh Saraf, is going to take his session on large cap strategies. Okay, so he's going to take his session on large cap strategies tomorrow. So he will be discussing more about large and mid cap strategies. Okay, and with the great understanding, he will be explaining most of the thing. So if you guys want to join tomorrow's session, then you can buy one of the strategy and join this session. This is paid session. Okay, taken exclusively by Mr. Saleh Saraf. Okay, who has created, who has given high inputs on this strategies, who has created this idea of this strategy. Okay, so if you want a training from him, or if you want to meet him personally over Zoom, then please buy this strategy today, and then you can be able to join this webinar tomorrow. Okay, so now book your free one-to-one training today. If you click on this, then this page will open. Any query with regard to strategy? Did we learn something today? Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Yeah. The Nyash Tandalji, Outlook, who asked about this? Sanjay Gomar. Sir, Outlook for 2021, what we'll be teaching you, you just keep a fundamental outlook for every year. Your stocks will do very well and your portfolio will do very well. If you create a daily outlook or a yearly outlook, कि हम एस्ट्रोलॉजर के जैसे एक बुक निकाल दे एस्ट्रोलॉजी 2021 और ये, please don't do that. It's very simple. Don't pay for those things ki market astrology because I think December has completed, so abhi aapko milega ki market astrology 2021. So please friend, don't do those kind of things. There are much more thing to do. Just invest in good companies. What is the definition of good companies now? Because what happened earlier, I have attended so many webinars. So what they used to say, the great people, invest in good companies. Now there was always a query in mind कि good company है क्या? So what value stock has done? It has clearly defined good companies. Okay. So friend, the best thing which you should know is quality business score, which I will not tell you right now because we are running a little bit late today, and we in 1 hour it cannot be possible. So what we can do, you can join through one-to-one webinar. Okay, I will be just sending you link. So please, because seats are limited, I think there are 10 colleagues of mine, so they will be taking. We have around 300 people with us. So if and in next 6 days, for next 6 days we will be doing this. So if you want an fast understanding of stock market, then please join this one-to-one webinar. For any query, what is AGS, what is QBS, those who have subscribed for the strategies, or those who subscribe on the app, those who subscribe on the app, they can create a new one-to-one session and take a understanding what they have, like AGS if you want. So you can learn all those things. So friends, this is what I wanted to tell you, or we want to discuss you is, did you find the webinar interesting? Did you find this webinar interesting? Did we learn something? This is that is the most important thing of a webinar. Rest else are to bring you to the right platform. People might think a marketing or think, everything has a cost. You need to agree this. And if you are paying a cost, you should get a great understanding of the thing, or you should get a good return on your portfolio. This is what we are creating. So please join us. What is the cost? So few people are asking about the cost. So let me show you cost. If you just click on this link which I'm sending you right now, okay, valuestocks.in, then on the bottom you will find this pricing and subscription. If you click on pricing and subscription, yeah, it will take you to this packages. Okay, now if you want to buy any large and mid strategies, see, there is an option where you can buy a large cap and mid cap, any one large cap and mid cap strategy. There are 7 large cap and mid cap strategies. If you buy any one of them, you just need to click on this and need to pay. Now somebody wants to know, there are 15 stocks in Warren Buffett right now, 15 stocks. So if you want more stocks, if you want to invest more, not in one strategy, then you can buy, like there is one quarterly strategy. You can invest in one quarterly and one yearly strategies. So if you invest in this, if you buy this strategy today, then you can join this webinar tomorrow, which is a great webinar. People, investors, those who have bought this strategy, they look for coming to this webinar, okay, from Mr. Salesh Saraf, because he has a great understanding of market. He has great understanding of fundamental. So he will giving you more crux than me. So if you join this, if you buy this strategy, so you can get a chance of meeting him kind of personally, because on the Zoom you can meet him kind of personally. You can ask you a number of queries depending on your on these strategies. So this is the thing. Okay, Pandalji, okay. Sir, Nifty 10 strategy is something different. So we do not, this is a large cap, mid cap strategy. So I'm not going to discuss anything about Nifty strategy right now. The stock lists are revised annually for most of the large and mid strategies. So mostly in June after the March results come. So by 6th of June, we revise strategy. And one more thing, we have also tied up with small case. Okay, if you buy our strategies, okay, if you have account in these 10 brokers, okay, with these 10 broker, any one of these 10 broker, what you need to do, there's an option, there's a click link through which you can directly invest in strategies. Okay, so like let me show you Warren Buffett. So if you subscribe, you need to pay for the Warren Buffett strategy first. Okay, and then it will take you to the broker login. Then it will do your risk profiling. It will take money from you for buying the strategy. And then if you have amount in your broker account, if you have a fund in your broker account, you can just click on invest, and it will also tell you what is the minimum investment. Let me show you minimum investment for each strategy. Like if you want to invest in Warren Buffett, you need to invest minimum of 1,21,000. So these investments are basically, you will get your stocks in your demat account. Okay, we are only charging you 4,000 rupees, 4,900 rupees. Okay, if you buy on packages, you can get some more strategies to invest in. So guys, Sanjay ji, if you want the name of the companies to invest, you need to join tomorrow and you need to buy the strategy. Sir Naveen ji, if you have bought this strategy and if you now feel this is a wrong strategy or something like that, no sir. Once you have seen the stock list of those strategies, so we can't change that. Yes, you need to check select the strategy at the time of payment. So you can take one-to-one session, Naveen ji, and then what you can do, you can decide, you can take 1 or 2 days to buy the strategy, and then you can. Yes, if large cap has good QBS and mid cap also has good QBS companies. Yeah. Jahanabazi, if you want to know which strategy suits you well, my colleague on in one-to-one session, what they will do, they will tell you which strategy suits you well. They will talk to you about your how you invest in stock market, what is the behavior with the stocks, do you how when you want to rebalance the strategy, how much you trade, okay, what is the frequency of your trade, and what happens if you see a drawdown of 15% more than 15% or 30% in any year or a quarter. So depending, asking few queries, they will understand this. Okay, this strategy suits you well. So if you are like a person that who cannot see a large drawdown like 20%, 25, 30%, so you are not a person to take a small cap strategies. Okay, so what will they recommend you? They will recommend you a large and mid strategy. Okay, you are a kind of moderate person, you can be 18-20% drawdown at any given point of time during these kind of COVID kind of scenario. So they will give you large and mid cap Warren Buffett. And if you're a person who doesn't want to see any kind of drawdown, then what will they do? They will suggest you for PIM wallet, which has a least drawdown, but returns are like 15-16% CAGR. So there were many viewer or attendees. They said, "Ki I'm happy." There are many customers. They said they are happy with 15% CAGR, but they doesn't want to go for a huge drawdown. So for them, they need to invest in premium value. Raju ji, nothing is so there is no discount or any kind of thing. That there's one thing, there is one premium to it, that you will make good profit in stock market. You will start making good profit in stock market. And apart from that, those who have attended our webinar earlier and those who are associated with us, they know it very well. Once you get associated with us, what is that one thing, one great benefit you will get is a learning. So whatever we have learned from our experience, I have completed my 14 years in this company, and Mr. Saraf has completed 28 years in stock market. So the kind of experience we have gained, the kind of understanding which we have gained, it's phenomenal. So you will get great understanding. That is what that is a premium to everything. Yes, sir. If you have bought this strategy, you can. If you have any large in mid-cap strategy, then you can attend this webinar tomorrow. Udayji, I ask you how. You want to buy this strategy? That is what I'm saying. Please click on this link. Book your free one-to-one webinar. If you click on this, then you will be taken to this page where you need to fill this page and schedule your training. And my colleague will take your one-to-one session where he will be telling you about the stocks, about how you can buy the strategies and everything. So, or you can easily go click on pricing and subscription, click on this, then you can click buy. You will be taken to the payment page, and if you can do that, so everything is very smooth if you want to go like this, or else if you want, you can go through my colleague. So they will guide you. Okay, now it's time for a feedback. Most of the people has left. We have 118 people right now. So can I get feedback that did you like the session? Did you enjoy it? Did you got some understanding about the market? Whether this webinar was fulfilled, whether the webinar was fruitful for you or not. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sir. Thank you for joining this webinar. Please join one-to-one webinar, okay? And if you want to join tomorrow's webinar, okay, with sir. Okay, Venkatesh ji, we will be discussing on that. If there are changes, you will be, we will let you know. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Sanjay ji, for confirming one-to-one webinar. Thank you, Venkatesh ji. Okay, you ask for the contact number. Okay, no issue, sir. There is a contact number. Moreover, I will be sending this number on the chat. This is the contact number, Raju ji. So you can call. My colleague Pratik will help you in buying strategies and discussing thing. Okay, friends. Till then, bye. Thank you very much for attending this webinar. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.